Hello children, welcome to online mathematics class. We are in our second chapter. Out of 4 topics we have completed addition, estimated additions and word problems of addition. Now in session 2 let us see the subtraction and shortcut methods of subtraction. So to know more about subtraction, let us do an example problem. 3645, 1400, 899. These are the two numbers that we have to subtract. And how do we denote subtraction? We denote it with a hyphen, which is bigger than hyphen with this symbol. So this is subtraction symbol we have already learned in our earlier classes. So this number has to be subtracted, that is has to be taken out from the given number. So let us do the subtraction. Now 5 minus 9, is it possible to take out 9 from the 5? No, it is not possible. So what do? You have already learned the borrowing system. We take, that is we regroup the numbers from the next number, that is we take 1 from the tens place to 1's place and we take 110 from the tens place and we make it as 15. So now this has become 15 and here 4 has become 3. So 15 minus 9, it is 6, and now here we don't have 4 anymore because 110 is taken out. So only 3 is here. So 3 minus 8. Again it is not possible to subtract 8 from 3. So what we have to do? Again we have to regroup. So take 1 from this hundreds place and make this as 13 and 6 will become 5. So there is no 6 here. There is no more 4 here. So 13 minus 8 is 5 and 5 minus 4, it is very easy. So 5 minus 4 is 1 and 3 minus 1 is 2. So what is the difference between two numbers? A difference or subtraction or taken out, all these words comes under subtraction. Even the difference also conveys the same meaning. So the difference or the number after taking out of this number is 2156. So 2156. So in subtraction we have a technique. Whether the number we got here is correct or wrong, how to rectify, how to check it. So there is a method. So if you want to check whether the problem you have done is in the correct, the answer you got is correct or wrong, we can add these two numbers. We can add the result and the number that should be subtracted, the second number. If we add these both numbers, if we get the same result of the first number as the first number, then the whatever subtraction we have done is correct. Whatever the answer we got here is correct. So shall we check it like that? Let us take one more number and check the subtraction. So whenever you have a doubt whether you have done it correctly or wrongly, you might cross check in this manner. So the number given here is the same number, 3645 and 1489. So the same number is given for the cross checking purpose also. Let us try here. So what is the answer we got here? 2156 is the answer we got here. So what we have discussed, if we add these two numbers, the subtracted number and the result, we will get the first number. That is our logic. So let us try it. 2156, which is our result, and the second number which has to be subtracted from the big number, that is from the first number, that also we have to write here and do the addition. Now 6 plus 9, now we are doing addition here. Now 6 plus 9 is 15 and 1, and 6 plus 8 is 14 and 1 here. So 2 plus 4 is 6 and 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is 3645. This is same as this number. So in this manner we cross check our subtraction. If you have any doubt, just add the second number and the result. Then if you get the first number, you write in the subtraction, then your subtraction is correct. Now how do we subtract a number when we have all zeros? So borrowing, it is a big complication for us for taking the borrowing. So let us see an example. 4000 minus 2395. It is easy when we have zeros in addition, but when we have zeros in subtraction, it is a little bit difficult for us for borrowing. So how it is difficult, let us see, and let us also see what is a shortcut method or what is a remedy for such problems. First of all, let us subtract these numbers in the traditional method, that is 0 minus 5. No, it is not possible. You have to take 1 from here. But do you have 1 here? No, we don't have 1 here. So let us take 1 from the next place value. So here also we have 0. So what we have to do? Again we have to move to another place value, that is 4. So from 4, if we take 1 here, it becomes 10. Okay, this becomes 10 and this becomes 3. Okay, again from 10 you are giving 1 here. So what does this become? This becomes 10 and this becomes 9. Again you have to borrow to the ones place. So what will you do? Again you have to give 1 here. So this 0 becomes 10 and here 10 minus 1 is 9. So again it is 9 here. So what happened? From thousands place we have borrowed to hundreds place, from hundreds to tens, from tens to ones place. Now let us do the subtraction. 10 minus 5, 5. 9 minus 9, 0. 9 minus 3, 6. And 3 minus 2, 1. So what is the answer here? 1605 is the answer. After a little confusion, that is borrowing, we have to think, we have to write it properly so that we may not get confused. Instead of 9, if you write 10 here, the answer you get will be wrong. Now let us cross check whether the subtraction we did is correct or wrong. So what is the method for cross checking? Add these two numbers. Add these two numbers. If the result is this number, then your subtraction is correct. So 2395, 1605. In last class we have seen addition can be done in any order, in this order or in this order. That doesn't make any difference in the result. So 5 plus 5 is 10 and 9 plus 1 is 10 and 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10 and here 2 plus 1 is 3 and here 3 plus 1 is 4 again. So the answer we got here is the first number, that is 4000 and 4000. So the subtraction we did is the correct. Now we also have discussed that we will be discussing the rectification of this confusion, or we will be having a shortcut method of this kind of subtractions. So what is the shortcut method? The shortcut method is nothing but whenever you are given two numbers to subtract and the bigger number from which you have to subtract the second number is full of zeros, then the simple technique is do minus 1 from the both the numbers. If you do minus 1 from the both the numbers and when you subtract, it becomes very easy. And as you are subtracting equal amount, that is minus 1 and minus 1 from the both the digits, the result does not vary. There will be no difference in the result also. Now let us see. So here the same example is given, 4000 and 2395. So here what is the shortcut we are using? First, if you have all the zeros in the first number, taking borrowing is a little confusing thing. So what is the shortcut? The simple shortcut is do minus 1 first from the both the numbers and write down what is the result. After minus 1, what do you get? You write the numbers and then perform the subtraction. So 4000 minus 1, what is the answer? It's very simple, 3999. 3999 and 2395, just minus 1. So 2394. So these are the numbers we get after subtracting 1 from both the numbers. So 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 3 is 6 and 3 minus 2 is 1. This is the same result that we have got when we have done the subtraction in the traditional method also. So both the answers are same. So whenever you come across a number with so many zeros in the ones, tens, hundreds and thousands place, so the easiest method is just subtract 1 from the both the numbers and do the subtraction. That will be very easy for you, and this is the shortcut method and the simplest method to do subtraction for such numbers. Now let us see the exercise problems of subtraction. Now let us take an example and solve the subtraction. Now let us see exercise problems. So 7004 minus 4261. 4 minus 1 is 3 and here we have 0, so we have to borrow. We have to borrow from thousands, so it becomes 10. Again, if we take 1 from hundreds to tens place, it becomes 9. So 6 here, and 10 minus 6 is 4, and 9 minus 2 is 7, and 6 minus 4 is 2. So 2743. Now there are few more examples for our practice sake of subtraction. I want all of the problems to be solved by you, and how to check whether the subtraction we did is correct or wrong. We have seen 2 examples while explaining. Now let us see one more example, how to subtract and check our answer. 3496 minus 1298. So 6 minus 8, it's not possible, so let us borrow from the tens place. That is it becomes 8, and 16 minus 8 is 8, and 8 minus 9, it's not possible, so take 1, borrow from here, this becomes 3, and 18 minus 9 is 9, 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2198. So whatever the subtraction we have performed here is right or wrong. How do we know? Let us check. How do we check? Let us check by adding these 2 numbers. So some difference of the number and the number to be subtracted. If we add these 2 numbers, we should get this number. If we get this number, then the process we did is, then our answer is correct. 8 plus 8, 16. 1. 9 plus 9, 18 plus 1, 19. And 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. And 2 plus 1 is 3. 3496, which is the given number, which is the given first number. So our answer is correct. In this manner, we have other examples to do, that is subtract and add to check our answers. So do the subtraction first and check it in this manner by doing the addition of the difference between two numbers and the second number that is to be subtracted. Now 2000 minus 1236. You might be feeling, okay, we have all the zeros here, let us try with a shortcut method. But in our textbook, he has not asked us to do in the shortcut method. The shortcut method problems are the next question problems. This subtraction we have to perform in the traditional method. So by borrowing 1 from all the places, here we get 9, here we get 9, here 2 and here 1. So I am doing it directly as you are familiar with the subtractions now. 10 minus 6, 4. 9 minus 3, 6. 9 minus 2, 7. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So the answer is 764 is the difference between 2000 and 1236. Even if we place 0 here, it doesn't add any value to the number. The 0 written on the left side, left corner of a number does not give any value to the number. So instead of adding it, better do not add 0 here in this place. So the difference is 764. There are few more examples for our practice sake. Do the numbers, do the subtractions and get practiced, get acquainted with the subtractions. Next, solve the shortcut method. The shortcut method. This is very interesting. Shortcut method. 80,000 number minus 12,894. 12,894. The shortcut method. We are allowed to do the shortcut method. So what is shortcut method? Minus 1 from the both the numbers. If we do minus 1 from 80,000, what do we get? We get 79,999 and here 12,893. So 9 minus 3 is 6, 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 8 is 1, 9 minus 2 is 7 and 7 minus 1 is 6. So 67,106 is the difference between 80,000 and 12,894. There are two more examples where we can use the shortcut method and solve the subtractions. Do it by yourself so that you will be practiced of doing the shortcut methods. Now let us see the word problems. Word problems are those problems where a few data is provided to us and we have to perform the subtraction. The final mathematical operation we are going to do is subtraction. As we are in this topic, we know that it is subtraction. If we are not in this topic, whenever all the questions are given in a combined manner, then how do we identify whether we have to do the addition or subtraction? So like the addition keywords, here also we have few keywords. So what are the keywords for identifying the subtraction? If you come across the word difference, is it visible? If you come across the word difference, rest of, remaining and rest of, remaining, left with or left over. So if you come across with these words rest of, difference, remaining, left with and few words like this, then you have to understand that it is then the operation there to be done is subtraction. Now let us read a word problem. Mr. Sharma puts 9,235 in the bank. 9,235 rupees he has deposited in the bank and he wants to leave 3,500 there and take out the rest. How much money can he take? So what does he want? He wanted to keep 3,500 in the bank itself, and remaining amount he wanted to withdraw. So total amount minus the amount he wanted to keep in the bank. So now let's perform the subtraction. 5 minus 0, 5, 3 minus 0, 3, and 2 minus 5 is not possible. Let's borrow. It becomes 12, and 12 minus 5 is 7, and here 8 is there. 8 minus 3 is 5. So 5,735 is the amount that he can withdraw from the bank. Next problem. 15,250 bags of cement are to be loaded in a ship. 9,875 bags are loaded on the first day. And how many bags are to be loaded on the second day? So what is given? Total number of bags are given. That is around 15,000. And first day around 9,000 bags are loaded. And second day how many has to be loaded? The remaining number of bags has to be loaded on the second day. So remaining means we have to perform the subtraction, that is total bags minus first day loaded bags. Now next problem. There were 68,985 people in a town, and after the earthquake only 13,469 people survived. So find the number of missing people. So in a town there was an earthquake. The total population of the town is 68,985, and after earthquake only 13,469 people are alive, that is they were surviving. And what is the count of the missing people? So how do we find out it? The total population minus surviving population gives the population of missing. So total number minus 13,469. Next, fourth problem. A company produced 54,584 bikes in 2009. So here is the production value of a company. In 2009, how many bikes were produced? 54,584. These many bikes were produced in 2009. In 2010, the production is increased. How many bikes were produced? 60,255. These many bikes were produced. So what we have to do? We have to find out the increased value of the production. So how we can find out? This is the biggest number, that is in 2010 the production is more and 2009 the production is less. So what will we do? We will minus 2009's production from the 2010's production, that is 60,255 minus 58,584. So do the addition, you will get the expected result. So the number we got here is, around, it will be around 2000 change or 1500 change. So 1500 change will be the, 2000 change will be the increased amount of the production of the bikes. Now, so estimating difference. So perform a subtraction here and you will get the desired answer. Estimating difference. Estimating addition we have seen. What is estimating addition? Giving the numbers, making it rounding up to the nearest 10, 100 and 1000 and performing the addition. By that we get the estimated sum. Now here estimated difference is also the same process. What is it? The given numbers we have to round it up to the 10, 100 or 1000 accordingly. However we are asked to do. We have to do it like that and we have to find out the difference. Now let us take an example. 8,400 and 8,394 and 5,137. So we have to round it up by nearest 100. So nearest 100, what is nearest 100? 3 is here, and after 3 it is 9. So it is bigger than 5. So we have to upgrade the number, that is 8400 will be the rounding figure by 100 near to the nearest 100 of 8394, and 5137. So after 1 it is 3, it is below 5. So we have to downsize the number, that is 5100 will be the number here. So 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 4 minus 1, 3, 8 minus 5 is 3. So 3300 is the answer. This is how we get the, this is actual and this is estimated. Now, so 14 minus 7, 4 minus 7 is not possible. So let us take the borrow. 14 minus 7 is 7, and here already we have given 1 borrowed. So 8 minus 3 is 5, and 3 minus 1 is 2, and 8 minus 5 is 3. So what is the answer we got here? 3257, and here the answer is 3300. So the difference is of 3 numbers, that is the nearest value. So this, to do subtraction, we took a 1 minute time to make all the calculations properly, but here as it is all the zeros and round numbers, round figures, here the subtraction became very easier. So this is how estimated subtraction helps us in doing the subtraction easier and faster way. We also have exercise problems of actual and estimated differences for nearest 10, for nearest 100 and nearest 1000. I want all the examples to be done by yourself. And the most awaited topic of our lesson chapter is compensation. So what is compensation? Compensation is a replacement. So what is replacement? If we are taking out something, we will be adding something in the same place and in the equal amount. That is called as compensation. So what is compensation word doing in our maths class? Let us find out. Here are two numbers, 48 and 22. What are the two numbers? 48 and 22. And here are another two numbers, 50 and 20. So here we are adding these two numbers. Here also it is 70 and here also it is 70. So 50 plus 20. Even by doing with pencil or pen, we can easily say it is 70. Whereas 48 plus 22, we have to think and do the calculation properly. So what is the difference? What do you observe by these? What do you observe by these numbers? Here 48 number is increased by 2 and 22 number is decreased by 2. That is, for 48 we have added 2 and for 22 we have deducted 2. That is, we have minused, we have taken out 2 from the 22. So even though we have added and subtracted certain amount, certain digit, the result we get is same. How is it possible? It is possible because when we add and subtract the same amount, the same quantity to the two numbers, then we get the same result. For example, to the first number you are adding 1, for first number you are adding certain digit, and to the second number you are deducting certain same digit that you have added. Then the result does not differ. There will be no difference in the result. So why do we need to do this addition and subtraction? Yes, there is a logic behind it. When we add or subtract big numbers, making them to the round figures is very easy rather than performing like this. So how much amount we have to add, how much amount we have to subtract, that is dependent upon the numbers we are given. For example, the number which is close to the 0, we have to identify how much if we deduct or add to the number, to a certain number, it becomes nearest round figure we have to observe. and we have to add that much amount or subtract that much amount from the one number that is given for us to do addition, and the same amount has to be minused from the second digit. So now whatever I have told, I'll show it you with an example. So here is a number 341 and 286. These are the two numbers to which we have to do the addition. Now observe the numbers. 341 is near to which number? 340. Okay, round figures. We are rounding up the numbers to the zeros, that is round figures. We are rounding up the numbers. And 286, here we have minused 1. To the one addend, there are two addends, right? To one addend we have minused, and other addend we have to do the addition. So you know, in addition, even if we add in this manner or in the reverse manner, the result does not make any difference. The result will be the same. So now let us do the addition. 87, it will become 87. 0 plus 7, 7, 4 plus 8, 12, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So 627 is the answer. So why we are doing this? To make our addition easier and simpler. Now compensation is, this is for addition compensation. In compensation, how we are compensating? We are minusing 1 digit and we are adding the same digit. In this manner we are compensating both the numbers. This is for addition. Then what about subtraction? For subtraction also we have one more process, compensation process. What is it? If you want to make the subtraction simpler, make it to the round figures. How much amount you have to deduct if you want to make a round figure? We have to find out that, and same amount must be deducted in the second number also. In addition, to one addend we are subtracting and the other addend we are adding, that is we are increasing the number. But here in subtraction, both the numbers we have to difference, both the numbers we have to minus the same digit. For example, 305 and 519. So 305 is near to 300. So minus 5 we have to deduct. So if we do minus 5, this becomes 300, and here if it is in addition process we would have added 5. But the compensation in subtraction we are seeing in subtraction. So what we have to do? Here also we have to do minus 5. So it becomes 514. So 514 and 300. Now we have to perform the subtraction. So how do we perform the subtraction? 514 minus 300, that is 214. So 214 is the answer. So this is how we compensate the numbers. Generally compensation, that means adding or subtraction, is below 5. We do not add more than 5. We don't add 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 14. No. The compensation number is always below 5 or 5 itself. In our exercises we are given problems for compensation. Add each of the following pairs of numbers by using compensation. So let us see an example. Add by using compensation. 57 plus 33. So compensation, how do we compensate here? So if we add 3 here, it becomes 60. So 60 and plus 3 is 60 and minus 3. Here we have to do, it becomes 30. So the answer is 90. And here also the answer is 90. So in this manner other examples are to be solved. Subtract each of the following pairs by using the compensation. Here Next question is of compensation subtraction. Now 56 minus 38. So what we have to do? We have to increase both the numbers or we have to decrease both the number in the equal amounts. Now what shall we do? Shall we increase or decrease? We shall increase so that it becomes easy for us. So plus 4 and plus 4. So 60 minus 42. 10 minus 2, 8. 5 minus 4, 1. 18 is the answer. Yes, subtraction. So here also we get the same 18. So this is how we do the compensation addition and subtraction. Now building skills. There is a topic called building skills. What is building skills? Word problems are the most important problems you have to learn, because whenever you go to your higher classes, most of the problems are given in statements. We also call word problems as statement problems. The most important thing to solve word problems is observation of the question and understanding the question. Important. Read the question for 2 or 3 times until you understand what is asked us to do. And I have told you earlier, addition keywords and subtraction keywords. So to confuse us, many of the times word problems are given with unnecessary data. So omit the unnecessary data. Write down the important data. First of all, write down the data what is needed for you, and all the other extra information given in the problem, just omit it, just ignore it. So whatever digits you need and whatever the operation, whatever the addition or subtraction you need to perform, only take those digits and do the addition or subtraction. So this is building skills. To do the word problems, ignore the unnecessary data, observe the problem and understand the problem. Here also we have few word problems where we have unnecessary data. Then how we have to find what is unnecessary data? Now I am reading question number 3. Meena went to the market wearing an expensive saree costing 8,730. She bought clothes worth 12,895 and groceries worth 4,773. How much money did she spend in the market? So what is it? She is wearing a costly saree of 8,000 rupees and she has done the shopping of clothes around 12,000 and groceries around 5,000 or 4,000. So what is unnecessary here? What is the cost of the saree she is wearing is unnecessary data, because what are we asked here? We are only asked how much money she spent in the market. So to know that, we don't need the data of how much costly saree she is wearing. We only need what she bought in the market and how much money she spent. She spent 12,000 on clothes and 4,000 on the groceries. So this is enough. Add the two numbers and just ignore the cost of the saree that Meena is wearing, and you will get the expected result, or you will get the desired answer. How much money did she spend in the market? So how do you know? Add the number together, all together how much she spent. She spent such few amount on the sarees and few amount on the groceries, all together. All together is the keyword for addition. So together she spent around 17,000 rupees. So exact figure, you do the addition and find it out. Now there is one more problem. I would read out and explain for you. Sahil took part in a car race along with 518 other people. On the first day he covered 485 kilometers, and the second day he covered 387 kilometers. The third day he covered 523 kilometers. How much distance did he cover? 1, 2, 3. 3 numbers addition we have to do here. First day he went a few kilometers, that is around 400 kilometers. Second day around 300 and third day around 500. But there is one more unnecessary data. What is it? the number of competents. He took part in a car race and along with how many people? 518 people, which is an unnecessary data. We are not bothered how many people are participating in the race. What we are asked? We are asked only the total distance. So how do we get total distance? By adding the distance covered by Sahil on the 3 days. That is 485 plus 387 plus 523. So with this problem, we have completed our second chapter, addition and subtraction. In this chapter, we have seen addition, subtraction, compensation, word problems, shortcut method, and estimated addition and estimated subtraction. Here we have a chapter drill which is very easy. Just we have the questions of adding and subtracting, estimated subtraction and addition is given, and shortcut method of subtraction is given, and also compensation problems are also given. So there is a worksheet. Here the worksheet is nothing but observe the given data and answer the questions. For example, how many more spectators were there for the quarter final 2 than for the quarter final 1? So what are the spectators? Spectators number is given here. Quarter final 2 there are 32,945, whereas quarter final 1 there are 28,236. So what is asked here? How many more were there? So what we have to do? We have to subtract more number, increase, just like the bikes production increased problem is there, no? In the same manner, the second number we have to take in the upper position, and the quarter final number we have to take in the second position and do the subtraction. And the other questions are also similar. Maths lab work, it is an abacus. On the abacus we are showing a subtraction, that is 37,836 minus 14,512. So what is the answer? That we have to represent in the abacus. Abacus is a very interesting activity where you can do easily at home. So try to do the math lab activity. So with this lab activity we have completed the second chapter. With a new topic, with a new chapter, let us meet in our next class. Until then, thank you all.